Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Well, today it's going to be kind of a fun one. I was sent some products from J.Cat Beauty. Now, I have done a video on them before, so I already had some of their products, but the ones they sent me, I did not have, so that's really pretty cool. And the reason they sent them to me was back before Mother's Day. They had sent me an email. They saw my video that I did on their Aqua Assurance powder, and ignore the little pink vanity there today, please. So they really liked my video, asked if they could use it in their email campaign, which basically people would click on the link and it would take them to my site, and they could learn more about the product. So to thank me for it, they just wanted to send me a little box of goodies. So I'm going to do a quick get ready with me because today's Saturday and I normally have the video out on Saturday. So I'll be editing this when I get home. It might be out on Sunday. So let's kind of back up. I have things started on my face, but prior to doing all this, they sent me this cool little spatula that is ribbed on one side and then smooth on the other. So this is to apply mask, but what you do first is you go in, get your face all soapy and everything, and then you take this rib side and scrub to exfoliate your skin. Then you scoop the mask on and apply it all over your face. When it dries, and this is the part I thought was so cool, but you can actually take this rib side and start working on those corners of the mask to get them to peel up. I have the worst time trying to get a mask to just get started. This made it so easy. So I really, really like this. At first I thought, I'll never use that, but now that I know how to, I will definitely be using it. Also, I have already gone in and of course I have done my serums and my moisturizers and my sunscreen for my primer today. And if you guys have been watching any of my videos lately, you know I have fallen back in love with the J.Cat H2O Dewy Fresh Primer. If you have dry skin or even normal skin, this is awesome because it just is so moisturizing on your skin. It's not heavy, it's very lightweight, sinks right in. It has a really neat scent to it, so I really like this one. However, if you need help filling in pores and also to mattify your skin, they also have the matte version of that too. So since this one doesn't do anything for the pores, I went in with my double whammy cocktail, as I'm calling it, which is the Winky Lux Whipped Cream Primer, and then in other areas I went in with the Tarte Clean Slate. So then after that, because that's just not enough obviously, I wanted to get a little bit of a glow, so I went in with the Essence Prime Plus Studio Glow Boosting and Pore Minimizing Primer. So that just adds a little bit of luminosity to my skin, and I think I'm done. So I have gone in, I've under eye color corrected, and I also went and used the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse Foundation. If you missed my video last Thursday, I will leave a card up here so you can go watch that as well. And what I'm going to do now, because I have under eye put the concealer on as well, I'm going to go in and set that before it has any chance of creasing. So let me make sure I have no creases to begin with. I really like how the Maybelline foundation just dries down to like a powder finish. So I am, by the way, I'm using my JOAH Beauty Selfie Ready powder like I always do. I just haven't been able to find anything else that's as fine as this is. And it doesn't ever look cakey, and it's drugstore, so it's very affordable. You can only get it either off their site or CVS stores. Or CVS online, which is what I do with mine. Okay, so that is done. Instead of using just a regular powder on the rest of my face, because I have it, again, I'm going to go in with their Aqua Assurance Powder Foundation and use that on the rest of my face. Now, as you can see, I've hit pan on this, so it's been well loved, and I will need a new one pretty soon. This is in the color Ivory, and underneath there is a little sponge which for these types of foundations, the powder foundations, these sponges are awesome. You can use this particular one though, either dry or you can wet the sponge and apply that as a foundation all over your face, and making it wet gives you more coverage. So I'm going to go in with it just dry today. I'm just going to kind of press it into my skin really quick. So I've had that tapped in now. What I want to do now is go in with my dense brush, grab some on there, and now I'm going to go in and start buffing that into my skin. I really want to get that pressed down into my skin, so I'm applying pressure as I do this. Alright, the next item they sent me is their 8-pan, this is called their hide and seek one, and this is your contour and highlight palette. So you get this whole row here is all highlights, and then these are all, like we have a banana powder down here, and then it just goes into different shades of bronzing. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here. They don't have names, but, and take it on my Real Techniques. This is a limited edition brush, and I was really surprised that Fred Meyer had it when I went shopping. So I got that and another one of them. Well, guess I just kind of also got some on my eyelid there too. Be careful with this. This is obviously very pigmented. It's a light shade, but it's very pigmented. This is actually my second time trying to film this. So last time, right smack dab in the middle of my video, something happened to my memory card. And not only was there no sound, but every like maybe 10 to 15 seconds, it would just flash green. I'm air drying my hair, by the way, because I literally like just got out of the shower, so that's why it's looking like it's looking. And after we're done at the service, we're going over to my brother and sister-in-law's house, and we are having burritos because, again, it's 8 de Junio today. So again, if you guys did not watch my video the other day on Thursday, where I explained everything about 8 de Junio, happy 8 de Junio day today, and go eat a burrito. You'll get it once you see the video. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the highlighters, so right there. This one does emphasize my texture on my skin, so I think I'm going to go over it a little bit with my Smashbox Spotlight palette. It's a pretty strong highlight compared to what I usually prefer to wear. So again, the Smashbox one. This has been the only highlighter that I've been able to find that really doesn't show texture. But yeah, I was hoping that would kind of blend it out a little bit. So I'll go in with a big fluffy brush after I get, actually, let's do that first before I put on any blush. And then I think what I'll do is take a dry sponge and just kind of push that in a little bit. See if that kind of helps not highlight my pores. Ooh, that did really good actually. So there, that's a neat little trick we can try now. We need some blush on. I'm going to go in with my Essence Satin Touch Blush. This is in Satin Love. Oh, how I've just gotten so far behind on filming and editing, and I'm trying to play catch up. So I don't even have a video that I can just go edit for Tuesday, and this is Saturday, so I'm going to have to be filming sometime before Tuesday. Now we're going to move on to the eyes, but before we do that, I'm going to go in and do my brows real quick because I don't have one of their brow products, so be right back. I've got the brows on, and I use the Kokie Highbrow in the color blonde today. I'm really liking that one again. All right, let's go over the eyeshadows that they sent me. The first one we'll talk about is their Eye Matchin'. So it's got 35 different shades in it, and this is what they look like. Now, it does have one of those little sheets that has all the names on it, and what I decided to start doing, because I always want to know what the names are, is I would take that and tape it inside the lid. But because the writing was black on this one, and I wouldn't be able to see it very well, I just took some post-it notes and put underneath it, and then I just taped it back down. So now I know what all the colors are called, and we'll get started with that. I'm going to start with this shade right here. Follow the pink bandage. So that one is called Twilight Zone. And I'm just going to take that all over my lid, all the way up to my brow. And again, I do this just because I like to have a nice base. Should have really zoomed you in, shouldn't I? Let's do that after I get this eye done there. Okay, give me a second and I'll zoom you in closer. Okay, I think that's going to be a little better for you guys to see. One thing I forgot to mention, this palette runs $17.99. They actually have two of them. So this one here is called I, so E-Y-E, Came Alive, and their other one is called Wish. So I will get a photo of Wish and put that right up here for you. So next I'm going to go in and do my transition shade. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend some of this shade here, which is called Cross the Line, with this kind of a mustard yellow orange color. And that one is called Slay Away. So I'm just going to lightly tap into each of these and then cap off any excess that is on the brush. I'm just hitting everything around me today. Again, since this is my second time filming this, I know which ones are very pigmented, and you've got to be really careful because it's very easy to just go in and you're going to find yourself having a very heavy hand. So I'm taking it slow and easy and just building up the colors. Okay, next I'm going to go in with this brown shade right here. That is called Mystical Mood. I'm going to take a Morphe brush, same one that I always use, it's tapered. But I like that one because it really helps get into the crease as well as blend it out. You just barely need to tap into this one. All right, now we're going to go in one step further, and I'm going to go in just a little bit darker. I don't know how to describe this color. It's kind of a reddish brown, I guess you'd say. So right there, that one is Vintage Heartbeat. And again, we're going to go even closer in on the crease. I want that to be well below what I just put on. Doesn't matter if I get anything on my lid or not, because I'll go in with a different shadow for that. Before I move on the lids, I'm just going to go ahead and, since I have this palette in front of me, I'm going to go ahead and just go in and do my lower lash line. So I'm going to start out with, again, that mustard yellow orange color Slay Away. And I'm going to take that on my smudge brush, go along the lower lash line, buff that out as I go. It's amazing the things that you can mix colors with and they end up coming out fine. The nice thing is, it's powdered eyeshadow. Usually if you make a mistake, you can just go in with just a dry tissue. It'll probably come right off, especially if you've set everything down below with the powder. Okay, that's done. Now I want to go in with just a flat brush like so. I'm going to go into that like reddish brown color and take that along my lower lash line. All right, the next highlights they sent me are so cool. These are called their pris-metal eyeshadows, and they sent me 4 different shades. Actually, I'm going to take the lids off them so you can actually see. So here are 2 of the shades. This blue one here is called Ice City, and then this copper orange one is called Orange Burst, sorry. So there's those 2 shades. And then we have this kind of a pinky colored one, and that is called Cosmic Candy. You see here? And last but not least, we kind of have this yellowish gold, which is called Crescent Moonstruck. If we can focus, there we go. Now, before I start putting anything on my eyes, I'm going to swatch some of these for you. They're jelly. They're just like squishy. All right, so those are the 4 shades right there. So we've got the pink, the kind of the yellowish light gold, the bronze blue. Now, again, these are like a jelly consistency, so they go on very easily. You can use your finger or you can use a brush. I used a brush last time and it went on great. I have a hard time using my fingers because my nails are so long, so I don't get a very precise application that way. So before I go in and start putting these on, let me show you the other 3 shadows that they sent me, and then we'll figure out which ones I want to use on my lids. Oh, I'm sorry, I totally forgot to tell you. These come in 36 shades. They're $5.99 each. They say they don't crease, and I can tell you from wearing them the other day, that didn't happen. And it says it has a metallic foil effect, which I totally agree with that. So these ones are called their Vanity Goddess Chromatic Pigment. I can't today. These come in 16 shades. 10 of them are iridescent and 6 are metallic. And they are $5.99. They do recommend that you use a primer with these. Okay, so this first one here is called Vanity, and I'm showing you the bottom of it because that's where they have it. Again, these are loose, so be very careful taking the lid off. Hopefully you can kind of see that a little bit better in the lid. And these will get all over, so be prepared if you're going to use them to maybe either do your eyes first, or what I like to do if I have my makeup done is just put on a bunch of loose powder and then I can just brush everything away. All right, so this next one here is called Gilded Sky. And that is what it looks like. Okay, this one, I don't remember the name off the top of my head. I'll put it down below, but the box is what has the name on it, and Carol got a hold of that the other day, so yeah, this is the last one. I think it's like Genuine Bright or Genuine Burst or something like that, but look at that one. Is that just not gorgeous? So what I'm going to do is start off with the Cosmic Candy. So this is the pink shade here. So yes, I am mixing pink with browns and oranges. And so being very, very, very careful here. So what I'm going to do is just take my brush and get a bunch on there, like so. I don't have to wet anything. And I'm basically just going to carve out my lid with this. I want to take this into my crease. I want it on the lid and just try and keep a nice smooth line right on the top. Show the world that I do have a lid. Look at that. A pretty color. I don't want to work fast with these because they do dry down. They're a little tougher to get blended out. They don't get patchy, they don't flake off or anything. What you get right now is what it's going to look like at the end of the day. Alright, so that one is done. That brush off really quick. I actually forgot to tell you guys that they sent me a few brushes as well. So this first one here is their round eyeshadow blending brush. And what's unique about this is if you look at the bottom, this is flat. So same thing with the little spatula. So if you wanted to set this down because it was goopy or whatever, you could set it on a counter and it would stay upright. So just this one, or the ones they sent me, have that type of bottom. These two do not. So these are just, they're small and they're medium shader brushes. So let's go in with that small shader brush. So on the outer part of my eye, I'm going to go in with Orange Burst brush. And we'll take that on the outer part. I'm not going to come very far in, just a little bit. Like I said, these dry really fast and you have kind of a limited amount of time to work with them. All right, the next step I'm going to take is I'm going to go in with some of these loose pigments. So I'm going to first take this white shade, and it's called Divinity, if I didn't tell you that. And again, I'm going to be very, very careful. I'm going to go in and just so I don't have that problem of anything getting glitter all over, I'm going in with a very heavy dose of this loose powder. So I'm just going to take a clean brush, tap into this, not wetting my brush or anything. And then I'm just going to press that over where we have the pink. So see, I didn't even take my powder down low enough. All right, now I'm going to go in with this one that I think is called Gilded Bridge Burst something. I'm just going to pick a little bit up on my brush and tapping off any extra because that's going to end up falling on my face. And again, just pressing that in. So you can see the difference between what the loose pigment does compared to just the other one that's like a gel. All right, now I want to just take a blending brush, go in and lightly buff where those two meet. I just don't want a harsh line there. Plus that'll help kick off any extra that was going to fall into my face. And then I'm going to go in with kind of a taper brush and just gently dust everything off. It's the closest I ever come to baking, I guess is the right way to put it. So let me go ahead and put on some mascara and I will be right back. Okay, I gotta hurry up because I am gonna be running late here. So they also sent me 4 of their lipsticks. There are a total of 36 shades in these. They come in either a creamy finish or a metallic finish, and they run $4.99. So this first one here is one of the metallic shades. I only got this one in the metallic, yeah. This one is called Back Hug. And that is Back Hug. I will swatch these all really quick for you. So there you go. They're very pigmented and indeed very, very creamy. Next one we have is called Undercover. And this is one of the satin finishes, or creamy finish, I should say. I really want to look at these lipsticks on their website and see if I can find some colors that I think I would actually wear. This one is Monday's Secret, which is very orange. So there's that. And last but not least, we have, it's called Romantic Day. If you love bright pink, you will love this shade. Those are the 4 shades they sent me. Again, I really wish I would have gotten at least one color I really like because I want to be able to test them and see how long they wear. But for today, I'm just going to go in with my Urban Decay. This is one of the cream ones, and it's called Rush. And that is it. Get some lipstick on, and then I gotta go do my hair and get out the door. By the way, I did go in with some waterproof mascara today too. Okay, let me go do my hair and I will be right back. Hi guys, yeah, you might notice that I have on a different look today. So let me explain what happened. The first time, and I say the first time, I went to film my video of all of the J.Cat Beauty stuff. I got to the very ending of everything, and somehow I missed hitting record. And I didn't catch that until I went to edit it. So the whole ending of the video wasn't there. So I thought, okay, I have time. I will refilm this Saturday morning. Well, Saturday I had the funeral to go to, or the service, I guess is what they were calling it. And I thought I had myself under pretty good control, wore my waterproof mascara just to be on the safe side, filmed everything up until the very ending. I ran out of time and I had to run out the door. So I thought, I'll go to the service, run home real quick, film the ending, take my photos, and be done with it. No, I lost it during the service. And I mean, I lost it. Especially at the very end. They should have warned us that Jeff had done basically his own sermon at the very end. If I can find a way I can get the recording of that and kind of play it just at the very end of this video if you want to listen to it, then I will. But that's if I can. So I absolutely fell apart during that part because it was so Jeff. It really was. And see, I'm just starting to hear up thinking about it again. So it was really nice, but I got home and my eyes were like, they're so swollen shut. And all my makeup I had cried off down there and I just looked like crap. And I realized there's no way I could redo my makeup and fix it. So then I thought, okay, I'll salvage the first part of it and then I'll just come in and do my ending part. So I used the same eyeshadows for this look today. I just used different shades. So I definitely went in with the blues and the cotton candy. So I really like them, but here's my word of advice to you. Put the eyeshadows on before you do the rest of your makeup. Otherwise, you will end up with a dilemma that I have right now and what I had on Saturday, and that's glitter everywhere. And I mean everywhere. I have gone over this with pressed powder foundation, and I'm still seeing glitter pop through. But I love these. I think they're just awesome. I started looking at some of their other shades, and I'm definitely going to pick these up in some other shades. And they're so affordable, so you can't beat the price on them. The palette, oh, I love this palette. I really do. I really wish it had more colors in it. But again, they have another one, and I just glanced at that, so I really need to take a look at it. These blend out so well, except for this one right there. That one's really patchy. Sorry, I guess I should show it to you. So this one here in the corner, and you can see it's got like a rough texture to it. You can zoom in on that. Hopefully you can see how rough that is. So that one I was hoping was going to be my all over the lid color, but it didn't work out. Watch what I'm doing. So I did use this as my all over. This is my all over the lid color. But I will tell you that like the purple in here, it's a deep, deep purple and it's a shimmer. All these colors are just interesting. Like here's that olive green, gray kind of color. So they're very unique shades. It's just the shimmers aren't as pigmented as these guys are, that's for sure. So yeah, this is good for if you want like the warm shades, go for that. If you want the jewel tones, look at the other palette they have or start checking into these. The loose ones, I quite honestly don't know that I will wear all of these. These are kind of probably not my shades, but I love that one. Love, 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 love that one. And again, these are loose glitters, so you're going to need an eyelid primer. And again, do your eyes first and then move on to the rest of your face. So thanks so much for watching, you guys, and thanks so much for understanding. I appreciate it so much. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I think you know what to do. You know what I'm going to ask you to do is just go ahead and subscribe. Hit the bell notification as well, and that way you'll be notified when I upload new videos. That's every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Thursday is always a battle of the foundations where I try out a new foundation every Thursday. And if you enjoyed the video and feel sorry for me in any way, shape, or form, please give me a thumbs up on this and feel free to leave any comments down below as well. So as always, I love you all, and until next time, bye-bye.